What can I say? You guys are absolute rock stars. Your commitment to excellence and your work ethic to be the best people that you can be is extremely commendable. So we couldn't ask for better representatives of SIUE, and you guys are great. Go Cougars.
Hey ladies, just want to give you a shout out. Really proud of how everything went this summer through the fall and all the hard work you put into it. Best of luck for your future adventures.
Hey, I just wanted to congratulate you guys on an absolutely phenomenal year. You guys made it so easy for me in my first year coming in, kind of not knowing what to do, and you guys made it super easy for me, and I really appreciate that.
I just want to say a shout out to all of the volleyball student athletes because you girls make my job so easy. You guys are so passionate, so motivated, so driven that you take care of yourselves, and I only just help along the way. So I think that's pretty impressive and awesome. Shout out to the coaching staff for making such an impressive culture so academics can be such a success. And a shout out to moms and dads for doing an amazing job raising your daughters. You need to show me how you did that so I can do it with my children.
To the women of SIUE Volleyball, what a great season you had this year. I'm so excited to be a part of that season. Your energy was infectious and made my job as a broadcaster so much fun on a daily basis. I saw the energy that you brought to the gym and to the crowds that came to support you, and it was such a fun season.
Hey everybody, congrats on a great season. It was especially fun to work with you guys for mine and stuff, so I appreciate all your guys' help with all the video things that I did. And best of luck to you guys, the seniors that are going on to different things. If I can ever help out with anything, please let me know. And looking forward to working with everybody coming back next year.
Hey Cougar Volleyball, this is Coach Bassioni. I just want to say thanks for giving me the joy of watching you this year. My favorite thing is when Ashley Witt would spike the ball very, very hard.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say how freaking proud I am of all of you. You guys worked so hard. Thanks for making my first year here amazing, and I will see you guys next year.
Shout out to everyone on the volleyball team. This is my first year here, and they're my first team. Yay for you guys. It's been very welcoming community, and I feel like that's a big part of the program is excellence, inspiring others, just being welcoming, feeling like home. This is just an overall great team. Just not athletically, but also academically. They really strive to be the best, and I had a great time.
Ladies, I am part of your highlight video this year. Isn't that exciting? First, I need to congratulate each and every one of you for what an outstanding statement it is about your personal character and commitment, not only to yourself, but to your teammates. To have a transition of coaches at such a late date, and to not only recover, but to thrive throughout the best season we've ever had in NCAA Division I. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. To our seniors, we can't thank you enough for everything you've done for the program, your engagement in the community, your leadership, and bringing a smile every day to cheer us up.
We have a ton of people behind the scenes who really make us what we are, and we just have so many people who are backing us all the way.
Shout out to Lindsay Ross Stewart. There's a lot of times that I go in there during the season where I felt like I was struggling or I felt like I didn't know what exactly to do. And she was always willing to help me, always was answering her phone right away. Really appreciate that.
Shout out to Lindsay Schmidt for, always trying to find the best outlet for me for classes. She knew me better at sometimes that I knew myself, and she knew it was going to be best for me, even though I was like, no, I'm fine, I can do this, I got it. Little did I know, she was right.
A huge shout out to Sarah. Thank you so much for being a great trainer this year. Thank you for rolling out my leg when it's tight after working out. And thank you for always having jokes and starbursts on the bench for us. And I also almost run over her all the time because she's so small.
Hey Zake, you have trained us since July, and we have definitely improved because you are determined for us to be the best possible. Over the summer, you gave us constant reassurance that we were going to get better every single day if we put our minds to it. We can all definitely say that we have improved so much and gotten so much stronger just because of you.
Thank you so much for waking me up every day to fill out my questionnaire, even though I was trying to sleep in past 10 o'clock. But really, thank you for making our team fit and keeping us accountable, even though I'm still kind of salty you told on us about the pizza.
I want to give a shout out to is KP and Coach Young. I think they stepped up and really made the team proud. I never doubted them for a second that they could take us to a championship season. So I just want to say thank you for stepping up and doing it with the same character and courage as always. So thanks, guys.
Shout out to KP for winning doubles whenever she would play, being undefeated. That is, not just winning, but undefeated in all of her competitions of doubles with the rest of the team. That's pretty sick. So I'm not very funny. Well, I think I am, but I only laugh at myself. And one practice, I don't even remember what I said, but she started laughing and she goes, "I've never laughed at you before at one of your jokes." So I like to take that, hold it here because I never make people laugh. I only make myself laugh.
KP, when I think about you, the first thing that comes to my head is you always lurking around trying to get someone's pickles at the restaurant.
More of a funny shout out for Coach Young. During scrimmages, always calling some questionable calls and everyone getting ratty about it. It always made us play like twice as hard after that because we're like, no, that was our point. We're gonna show you it was our point.
I want to say shout out to Coach Young for letting me live out my dream of being a setter, because during serve and pass, we would always have a couple balls where I'd be able to set him, and though they weren't pretty, I still felt like I was living out my dreams.
I'm sorry I didn't always have the swing to give you the most confidence in your sets.
It's okay.
Shout out to Taylor Held. Thanks so much for everything you did for us this year. I know it was a lot to take on and that you did it completely voluntary. So just know that we appreciate you and your stats are awesome.
Lauren, Brian, Tim, and Sam, a personal shout out for me. I thought you guys have been very good practice players, managers, and I know Lauren, you took a lot of stats and that was very helpful throughout the year. We got to see how we improved, and even in practice, just like what we needed to work on. So I thought that was really awesome that you guys just took time out of your day just to come help the SIUE volleyball team get better. So thank you.
Thank you, Tim, for switching out your belt buckle for every game. Always looking forward to see if it was going to be gold, silver, bronze, and what design it would have.
Thanks for Cowboy Racer. Thanks for always coming to practice and giving us little critiques here and there. You honestly, it meant a lot coming from you. Keep wearing your cowboy hat. There's Taylor, and thanks for letting us wear your cowboy hat.
Hi Lauren, I wanted to give you a shout out. I recognize that you've done a lot for us and you're always willing to help out taking stats and setting up the nets and shagging balls for us. So thank you so much, you were a great manager.
Thank you, Lauren, for inviting the entire volleyball team on your date. It was so fun. We had such a great time with you guys.
Shout out to Brian and Sam. They're crushing balls, and I know all of us get so excited like when we were able to block them because both of them can jump higher than I think we can, and when we block them it's like a great feeling and we all get hyped for it.
Shout out to Brian and Sam for being the best practice players ever. It made me feel really good when I blocked you, and it made me feel even better when I told you about it.
Ellie Mae, I love you, girlie. You are like my best friend. You're absolutely adorable and I love you to death. And don't worry, I'll be back next year still, so you can see me all you want.
I just want to give a shout out to Christy, our bus driver. She almost got in like 3 fights and stopped traffic numerous times, and we just really appreciate you waking us up before the lights came on. Thanks, Christy.
We had a pretty awesome bus driver for multiple trips this year. Her name was Christy. One time we were just like sitting at O'Charlie's, eating our dinner. It was super good. And all of a sudden we're looking at the window and we're like, oh, there's a guy taking a picture in front of our bus. Like, I wonder if he knows what SIUE is. We look over there and he's like taking a picture with thumbs up. Christy, someone's taking a picture in front of your bus. Just kind of like joking with her. That girl, I swear, jumps up so fast, sprints across O'Charlie's out the door. She thinks someone's gonna steal the bus because they're taking a picture in front of it.
Shout out to the freshmen for introducing the freshman face, because I gotta say I would never do that pose in pictures without you guys, so thank you.
Hope your block this year really challenged us as hitters to see the block and hit around you, and I'm really excited for you to step out of the redshirt role. And shout out to you, by the way, because being a redshirt I know is really hard, and it's exciting that we're the same position and we get to share that redshirt role. But I'm really proud of you and how you handled it this year.
I think that she really challenged me, especially being a big block. She's about 6'3", 6'4", so that challenged not only me, but our other middles.
I just want to give a shout out to Jordan Klein. Thank you for being the best libero buddy I could ask for.
Jordan, Rachel, and Erica, thanks for singing with me.
Name that player. It's Jordan. Love you. When Jordan came in, I really thought she was going to be one of those players that steps off the bench and you just are saying wow every single play, and I definitely think she stepped up to that. I love her, and she reminds me of a little Girl Scout.
I just feel like a lot of times during practice too, I just look at Rachel and just be like, that was myself as my freshman. I'd be like, I see myself in Rachel. Not necessarily like a good or bad thing, but just like her faces, like I don't know, I just see myself in her a lot. So Rachel, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but congratulations.
One of my best memories of this year would have to be convincing Rachel that if you went to the bathroom on the bus, you had to stop and empty it after you were done. She confessed that she believed it for a solid 3 weeks.
We were at EKU and Coach Young assigned Gabby the task, basically mission impossible, to go turn on the camera before the game started. Gabby was looking all around, freaking out, like, oh my gosh, what button is it? How do I get up there? She scaled the bleachers, fastest I've ever seen. Went up there, pushed the button, and scaled back down the bleachers, sprinted to the bench all before game time. And it was the best thing I've ever seen.
I think it was the CMO game. Gabby went in and played like a rock star. Wow. She's normally the person on the bench who does like the A-C-E-A-C, yeah. She wasn't there to do that, so I had to fill in for her. And it was an experience, but Gabby, you just know how much your dance moves are appreciated. After doing them, they're a lot harder than they look.
I would give a shout out to Annie for really stepping up because she showed a lot of toughness and just like willingness to get thrown into the game, and she made changes for us and she changed the flow of our game. So shout out to Annie.
As a technical freshman playing in some of those games in high pressure situations, she did such an awesome job jumping in and, you know, really demanding the ball and being such a force to be reckoned with up there. And I can't wait to see what she does in the next few years.
Annie, thank you so much for being my red shirt buddy. We had a lot of fun, and thank you for all the advice.
Kiana, your voice in positionals really pushed us. Your communication was always there, and it pushed us to be louder and communicate.
I'm just really proud of Kiana and like her leadership and her voice she brought this season. I thought even though she was in and out of the lineup all season, her voice never wavered, and I just thought she brought great leadership, and I can't wait to see that grow throughout the coming seasons for her.
Shout out to Madison for dancing and singing 100% of the time and getting me hyped up, whether it's for practice or for a game.
When you think of Madison, you obviously just think of an energy spark and just a light to be around. Even in the locker room or any conversation you have with Madison, she absolutely brightens your day and can just make any situation better.
Shout out to Mallory for always being like one of my best friends on the team ever since you got here. All of us have really enjoyed you just coming in and stepping that role as a setter, and we really appreciate you and your magical hands.
A huge shout out to Mallory because, as we know, I was setting in the spring, so without you, who knows what this fall would have looked like. So kudos.
Mallory had so many aces this season. It was unbelievable. I think if I was back there, I mean, I'm not a serve receiver, but I'd be scared just to have that ball coming at me. Dylan is one of those players that does the most. She's very extra. She'll go in for extra reps.
Dylan is literally the most positive, energetic person on our team. Anytime you're needing any sort of feedback, Dylan is right there to give it to you, as well as she's always looking for things to make herself better on and off the court. She is so dedicated and just has such a passion for the game. Hi Sammy, I just wanted to remind you about our fun times on the court and our little thing going, but you always got me pumped and you did a really good job at that.
So in the summer and in the spring seasons, so in our preparation seasons, we did a lot of weight room training obviously, and we did some competitions in the weight room. So Sammy would always like be up in my face trying to make me break or mess up or whatever, and then I would always come back to Sammy, so like those were always really fun memories for me. Sammy said that she had a plethora of dirty, funny jokes that if anyone needed them during the game, that she could whip those out. She specifically had a vegan one for me. I don't remember the specifics of the joke though, and I'm not sure if I did, I would repeat them on camera. I do remember that it made me laugh, and then I started playing better after it.
Emily, I want to give a shout out to you for being so patient with me. You went from Sammy to me, and I wasn't quite sure on how to set you, but I feel like as the season went on, our connection grew, and you really helped me get the right set with you.
I just really was drawn a lot to Emily this year. She's just always been like just a person who's very level-headed and solid, that, you know, never is really up and down with her emotions, which is something that you really look to when you're going through a lot of changes and adversity. You just need someone who's kind of a rock. So I was like really impressed with the way that Emily stepped up this year.
Shout out to Taylor Jones. She brings such a level of focus and intensity to the court every time she steps on. When she's on the court, she's great at communicating, giving you a ton of information, and is always ready to do her task and complete her job at the highest level.
She's so effective on the court, and I've learned a lot from her in terms of like leading, just watching her play and learning from her and talking with her. She gives really good feedback and information, and she really helped me grow as a player.
Thank you, TJ and Carly, for being amazing mentors to me, helping me when it was ugly, and making me into the player that I am today and will continue to grow on to be.
One of my shout outs goes to Carly. She was my go-to whenever I would mess up or I needed someone to just help cool me down. In the beginning of the year, we would flash each other a sign, and it would just be like to let it go.
I feel like Carly, even though she was injured for the majority of the season, I felt like she brought so much to this team. She was really like a third coach on the sidelines, and I always looked to her for feedback. And she was just kind of like a safety blanket for me almost, and gave me so much confidence and so many great pointers, and she deserves so much credit, I feel like, for our team's success throughout the entire season.
Thank you for being the definition of relentless. I know this senior year for you was not how you expected it to be, but you came back, you bounced back, you showed us how to still be a good teammate even when injured. And that's something I'm completely grateful for. You were my motivator on the bench, and then when you got into the game, I wanted to be your motivator. And I couldn't thank you enough for doing that for us.
Shout out to Jackie for always being a role model to me. I just love talking with you about life or anything. You always have something to say.
She's funny, and just like listening to her talk, it's like she's such a character. Like, I love it. I'll be in the locker room and she's just in there doing yoga or Pilates or some type of workout session.
Shout out to Jackie for having actually the most brutal but funniest jokes ever. I'm really going to miss that, and I'm always going to miss your advice, and I'm sure the rest of the team is, and you're so knowledgeable about volleyball and so knowledgeable about pretty much everything, and can't wait to hear about the rest of your podcast experiments.
I love Katie. She's so intense, but she's so laid back at the same time. Like, it's the weirdest mix, but it works for her. She's such a hard worker, and she's always there to get a 3-pass, which is, goals.
I remember the first day walking into open gym. I really looked up to her as a player, especially in my position, and as a friend. I always loved watching her play. I like learning from her, even when I'm on the bench watching. Like, she's the one I watch her feet. I just want to say thank you for all your help with me and for all the fun times we've had, and I'm really going to miss you next year.
Whit, I'm really going to miss you next year. You're my wild country buddy. I really look up to you on the court for your voice. You're always heard. I hope that I can hit half as hard as you one day.
Shout out to Whit for bruising my elbows when I'm trying to block her, because they never went away throughout the whole season, so thank you for that. Hammer, right? Hammer Whit.
During positionals, sometimes we'd work on hitting a target, so Ashley Whit's target would always be a human's face. And I think she executed that very well throughout the season, so congratulations, Ashley, on 1,000 faces hit.